Hello you whiskey freaks, and thank you for joining me for another whiskey review. I am the Whiskey Novice. This is review number 241, and we're looking at some 12-year-old Scottish single malts. And this time, back in Speyside, with the Cardhu 12-year-old from Diageo. Diageo-owned Cardhu. Now, let's just, before we get into it, look at the ball. Oh, look at the ball. Look at it. Don't look over here. Look at the ball. Isn't it cute? Oh, isn't it cute? You know, if you know me by now, you know I don't care what a bottle looks like. However, in this case, the bottle is quite cute, I thought. But it's not the bottle I'm going to talk about. This cost me £38, right? £38. And that wasn't, yes, it was sort of on sale. However, it was still £38. Right, that's a £38 bottle of 12-year-old Scottish single malt. That's not a bad price. All right? Get this. Here's the way it came. Yes, there were two glasses in here, obviously, and they were hardly cut crystal, but they were nice. Two tumblers. I just couldn't be bothered bringing them up here. But look, this glasses, etc., etc. £38. Now, take all of that, all of the gubbins out there, box, glasses, etc. And I'm going to suggest, even if I said £18 for the gubbins, okay? 2 glasses, box, etc. This then becomes a 20 pounds, 12-year-old Scottish single malt. That's mad. That's just crazy talk. It's a 12-year-old Scottish single malt, no matter what way you add it up. So £20 for a 12-year-old Scottish single malt. We're back in. It's taken us back in time, hasn't it? So let's see what you get for your money. Speyside, Diageo, 40% colour added, chill filtered, soft, sweet, toffee, stone fruit, gingery, honey. And I only noticed, just as I was setting up here, I only noticed that gingery note for the first time. It's almost like a virgin oak, sort of. I always describe that virgin oak, gingery sort of note. I named a lot of things there, but there's not a lot of point dwelling further looking for complexity in this. It's a simple malt made, I mean, I'm talking about Cardhu in general here, simple malt made for blending purposes, really. I mean, there's not a lot to add. Barley, sugar, shortbread. But still, I did name a lot there for what is technically a £20 malt. And if you know what you're getting into, here's a good way to describe this. If you know what you're getting into, a simple malt, undercomplicated, shall we say, well then you're not necessarily disappointed whenever it isn't that complex. Which this isn't. But there is, I mean, the nose is decent enough. It is. I imagine it's the palate that'll let it down a bit. Yeah. Oh, light, sweet, over sweet and sour. Short, dry arrival. Yeah, it's the palate that lets this down. Oh, good grief. Alright. That's sweet and sharp and dry and stinging the inside of my nose, but not in a nice way. It's not about heat or obviously it's not about the ABV and the alcohol or from the alcohol. It's just sweet and sharp and just goes right to the back of the palate, and it's just sharp and sweet at the back of the palate, and then the finish is gone. The finish is pretty much non-existent. I keep going back because I keep losing it so quickly. This is powdery sweet, and just disappears. I'll not keep going back at that because it is very sharp. I'll add a wee drop of water. That's quite a big pour I put on there. I mean, 40% doesn't really matter, you know. I mean, I'll add a drop of water. This, I would already tell you, would probably be all right as a beginner's whiskey. Feeling a bit queasy now, to be honest with you, because it was just so oversweet in the palate. It would make a good beginner's whiskey for somebody who is new to whiskey and maybe has a sweet palate. I would suggest, maybe I could be wrong, but I would suggest that there's probably more people, especially nowadays, whose palate leans towards sweeter than it does savoury. So it might make for a good beginner's whiskey. That drop of water hasn't changed the nose. I was going to say much. It hasn't changed it at all. Everything's much the same. Buttery, sugary, honey. Right, no. I'm not drinking any more of that. It's just far too sweet and right. It just straight to the back of the palate. And stings. Why? What are you doing to me? Why? So I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go back to this. I'm going to suggest to you an alternative. And we'll just cut to the chase. We'll move outside of Speyside. I'm going to suggest something to you which is far superior, but also cheap. I mean, you'll pick this up for around the £25 a bottle mark. Tomatin Legacy. Yeah, stepping outside of Speyside into the Highlands, just down below Inverness there, Tomatin. The Legacy you will pick up for very little money, certainly in these parts of the world anyway. I can't speak for everybody's position. 43%. We won't dive into whether it's chill filtered or colour added. Certainly there wouldn't be a lot of colour added looking at that. But anyway, it's a simple suggestion. Anything nearly would be better than this Cardhu 12-year-old. But that's my suggestion. Tomatin Legacy. Oh, I really do not feel very well after that. Here's me taking a bullet for you again. Do you know, and the thing about it was that I was trying to be nice about it. But then whenever I go back into the nose now, it's ridiculously sweet. Oh, right, nope. Nope. Thank you for joining me once again. I would like to say it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to have you, but certainly the whiskey could have been better. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much to my patrons, should anybody wish to join that group. The details, as always, are in the video description below. I'll be back the next time with easily something better than this. However, it will be a 12-year-old Scotch single malt. Until then, don't make me do it again. Look after yourselves. Cheers to your good health. Cheers. Oh, love this.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. Please click and subscribe to be notified of further content.